Hi everybody, it's Lisa Marie here in the Sweet Life Garden, hanging out with Carl, Two Chef Show.
Showing what we know.
Yep, and we have a very special episode for you guys today. My mother's birthday is May the 13th, and she would have been, had she lived, 74 years old this coming up week.
Wow.
And this is I'm getting bitten by all kinds of fun stuff because it's springtime. This is our 1 year anniversary, and last year, whenever I taped my first episode, the very first thing I did is I taped the magnolia leaves. I showed you, not the leaves, but the petals, how to pickle them and how to make a simple syrup with them to put on cocktails and ice cream and all kinds of wonderful things. And a lot of people don't realize that these petals are edible and they're medicinal as well.
Yeah.
I know, and so I really wanted that episode to be the very first episode. My mother loved magnolias, but it wasn't to be. And so this year, it's now a whole year this week, and it's going to be what we use for this week's episode. So we're going to show you on the channel how to make a gorgeous strawberry and mint, also from the Sweet Life Garden, magnolia, simple syrup, and a martini.
That's what I was waiting for.
He's waiting for that mason jar martini. So we'll see you soon in the kitchen. Take care. Hi everybody. Carl and I are in the kitchen now.
Yeah, let's do it.
And I tell you one thing, I just love magnolia syrup, and so many people
Didn't know about it.
don't know about it. In fact, earlier today, if you watch the Insta Shorts, you'll see where the baby came to see me for his 3-month photo shoots, and Vonda didn't know about it either. I talked to her, I said, we're going to be doing this magnolia syrup that God knows I've been trying to get on this channel for a year. And she was like, you can eat that? And I said, sure, you can eat that. You can pickle it too. So here's the deal. What you want to do whenever you pick them off of your magnolia tree is you've got to separate the stamen from the petals. And the only thing we're going to be using are the petals.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to do another episode, maybe next week if we have time. I might have to do it by myself without you. Show you how to pickle them. And the pickling is really easy as well, and it's nice as a condiment for sushi. It replaces the pickled ginger.
Okay.
Now, that's the trick about the magnolia petals, is that when you create a simple syrup from them, they have the first hint of ginger, and then it goes into a floral.
Kind of like a hibiscus.
Exactly.
Almost.
And what's cool about it is that it has the ability to be used for cocktails, cordials, over ice cream.
Food.
You could put it over pancakes. You could do it, drizzle it over some fruit salad. You can actually take the petals and put them in salad and eat them just like this. Obviously, wash them first, but yeah, I mean, easy.
You can eat them raw.
You can eat them raw.
Okay.
What we're going to do though today is we're going to make a simple syrup.
Okay.
That's the first part of this episode. And because we're celebrating our 1 year anniversary and Mother's birthday, we're also going to make a mason jar martini with some fresh strawberries from the garden and some fresh mint from the garden as well.
That's right. Yesterday was Mother's Day. I'm sorry. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you, my darling.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there as well.
Yes, and so I'm excited about sharing this with you guys because it's such a cool, neat thing to do. The other thing is you can freeze the syrup for as long as you really want to, and it stays in the refrigerator for up to a year.
Okay.
So once you've done it, you make a batch of it, because obviously the magnolias are blooming right now, and then they won't be blooming, which is what happened to me. I made the episode, and then the taping was really not groovy. It didn't have the good audio on it, and so I've had to wait an entire year before I could actually tape it for you guys. So anyway, we're going to get started. So the first thing I want you to do, we've already pulled off some petals from other flowers. We had 3 that we had low to the ground that I was able to reach since I'm 4'11", which everybody can see on the channel because of how much bigger Carl is from Auntie A. I want you to cut these up for me and slice them like we would basil, like strips, because I want to really get as much of the flavor into the simple syrup as possible. And so whole leaves would be okay if we were just going to use them for the pickling, but I really want to have them cut very, very finely like julienne.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you those, and then I'm going to take this and just tear this last flower apart, because I want you to see I pulled it off of the tree, and that one already came off, and you just pull this away. This is the only thing you're going to use. This stamen here is very bitter, and so you don't want to do anything with that as far as eating it is concerned. So we're going to take those off. And for the first part, I'm going to move the strawberries and mint out of the way because we don't need that until we actually get to the point where we're going to make the martini. And so in a pot, I want you to take 2 cups of water, and then I'm going to reach in here and I'm going to grab 2 cups of sugar. And I'm going to heat that up on the stove. Okay? And anytime that you're making syrups, you can do this with your raspberries, you can do this with your blueberries, really any fruit. You can do it with roses. You can do it with your hibiscus as well. And this is the easiest thing in the world to do. And so if you're doing a lot of really cool like lemonades and refreshing drinks for the summer, as the berries are coming into blossom and you're gathering things from the garden, take them, put them in a simple syrup, make it, infuse them, and then we're going to put today's batch in one of these guys so we can use this to drizzle. And this just will stay in the refrigerator. We'll just label it that this one's Magnolia, and as we go through, put them right in there. And look how beautiful that looks, guys. I know that's hard to see, but just really cool looking. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put these on, and then you can add those in.
Okay.
I'm going to stir this a little bit and get the sugar to dissolve into the water. And as I do that, and as it gets warm, those magnolia petals are going to change color. And that's no big deal. That just means that you're infusing out of them all of that wonderful aromatics.
See, I like hibiscus, and that's something that I'm used to. I've never had this, but the hibiscus is good. Devonda, her family, of course, her dad's side being from Trinidad, they drink a sorrel down there, which is, I think, in the hibiscus family.
I think so too.
But very good. They make it almost like to me, it may be like a tea or something, but to me, it tastes like some type of fruit, fruit punch. That's why it hits home with me, because I'm a big kid and I like fruit punch. So. But very interesting to know this, because we do have a few magnolia trees at our house.
Yeah, well, they're all over Houston right now blooming. And I was so disappointed because, guys, I really wanted to share this recipe with you guys last year. But this Thursday, on our 1-year anniversary, I set that up to be on Mama's birthday. And for those of y'all that have been following the channel and listening to me on the Sweet Scoop or reading my columns for years, you'll know that Mother was killed when I was 8, and she would have been 74 this Thursday. And Thursday is our day for the Two Chef Show.
That's
so
right.
We're taping it a little bit early this week so we can get it out to you. And I'm excited about being able to share that. And then the Martini Talks, which you've been on as well. He's a big fan of martini. When I say the word martini, those eyebrows go up and his eyelashes start batting at me like, are we going to be making another one, Auntie A? But the Martini Talk show is every Friday, and that is on Daddy's birthday and death day, which is May the 29th, and that's how I put it on the channel to remember them, so that Mommy and Daddy's birthdays.
On his birthday?
He did. He died on his birthday, and that's supposed to be good luck. It's pretty cool. Looks good. Makes for a good headstone. I gotta say that. But anyway, so that's how I keep up with it. And so I just thought it was really cool because I looked out there and I saw those magnolias and I went, aha. And then I started thinking about what I had been doing when I was formulating the first parts for the channel. And I was like, oh, this is a perfect way to do this episode. So we're going to be able to toast our 1-year anniversary with the magnolia syrup infused into our martinis.
Awesome.
Yep.
So you may have said it a while ago, and sorry, I wasn't listening.
No.
How long do you do this for?
These need to steep for about 20 minutes. Really what happens is the water and the sugar melt, and then it will turn a goldeny color. All right, so now that those leaves, I keep saying leaves, now that those petals have steeped in the sugar and the water, we've got our simple syrup made. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it off of the stovetop, and I'm going to pour it so you can see. See how those petals have changed color? They're kind of a really rusty blush kind of color. I'm going to turn it this way. It's easier. I've pretty much gotten. Be careful, it's really warm. You can smell the magnolia. It smells really lovely. It actually smells like a floral shop. Growing up, that's another funny story I can share with you about Mama, since this is an episode dedicated to Mama. My Mama believed in carrying a wooden spoon everywhere she went. And you know, it came flying out of that big dang pocketbook that she carried. And there's a store in North Carolina called Monroe Florist. They did my wedding, they did my sister's wedding, they do everything that we need done. I call them even to this day. In fact, I'm calling them this week to put flowers on Mom and Daddy's graves for the birthday, Mother's Day, Father's Day. And the store smells like this. It smells just like that. It smells like this, smells like a floral shop. And my mother, I got the worst beating of my entire life. She called stores that you weren't supposed to be touching things in the don't touch it store. And when you walk into the floral shop, especially me who loves sparkly, I would immediately want to go and touch the little crystal puppy dogs on the little cute glass shelves and pick up the little doodahs. And I got taken out of that store one afternoon by my elbow and the you-know-what beat out of my tail in the parking lot.
Why is it so funny when we think about when we used to get beat? You know, we deserved it. Like, yeah, I needed it.
And so this is it. See how pretty and golden this is? So beautiful, and like I said, so aromatic. So the simple syrup is done, and because we're going to actually flip directly into making our mason jar martini, right?
Awesome.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to eventually, I will actually use a colander and put the rest of this in here.
Okay.
This can go in the refrigerator, like I said, for up to a year. If you want to freeze it, you can freeze it in bags and lay it flat and stack it in your freezer that way. And use it for a long time. So that's the simple recipe for the Magnolia simple syrup. Now, we're going to get down to the business of your favorite part of all the shows. I know, it's his favorite part of all the shows.
It's hard for it not to be favorite. Yeah.
Is the mason jar martinis. And we're going to make today the strawberry and mint and magnolia. And so what I need to do is go get a couple of ingredients. And while I'm doing that, we'll just put you guys on hold and we'll be right back. Okay, everybody, we've got all of our ingredients set up, and I went ahead and put into the containers this beautiful magnolia syrup. And
yeah, I was mentioning that it looks good with the gold spout. It goes well.
And I was going to tell you guys too, if you're doing a bunch of different, honestly, if you're setting them like a little bar, you could do lemonades, you could do sangrias, you could do some really cool drinks, and then get these guys and fill them with your simple syrups that you've made with magnolia and hibiscus and blackberry and raspberry or what have you, and then they make a gorgeous display.
They do.
For like a party, a dinner party. Okay, so easy breezy lemon squeezy. So Carl has chopped up about a half cup of strawberries, and what we need to do is we need to take some of this mint and we're going to grind it with this billy club right here. This little miniature bat with your, I think it's called a piston and mortar. I think that's what that's called. We're going to take a couple.
I learn something every day over here.
A handful.
I'm going to be honest. That smells like something other than mint right now. I know it's mint, but I'm just saying.
I promise you it's mint.
I'm starting to buzz a little bit now.
So dig it.
You want me to do that?
Go ahead and do that, yeah. Nice. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take one lime and we're going to slice it. I'm squishing it so it's easy, and it also has a lot of juice that's going to come out of it.
This is a potent smell right here. I don't know
it's a lot of mint.
You got a certain strain you're working with here?
No, you just want to muddle it up.
Is that?
No.
More?
Yeah, let me work on it a little bit.
There you go. Oh.
Like you're making guacamole. You want to get it really good and kind of squished up. Right? Now,
it's potent right now.
It's really potent. Some people don't like to taste pieces of mint in their drinks, and that's cool.
Oh.
You can strain that out if you don't like that. But, you know, mason jar martinis are kind of hillbilly.
I mean, I love it. I had a lemonade one time where I think they blended the mint up in it. Or maybe they did that. I don't know. I think they blended it in because it was but I was surprised. It was very refreshing. It was really good. So I'm excited about this.
Yep. Yeah. So the next thing is take your strawberries and stick that in.
All of it?
Yep. Get those glasses out of the way so that you can see.
Mm-hmm. This is we're heading in the right direction.
We are.
We got our alcohol, simple syrup.
Yep.
Mint, strawberries. I mean,
everything from the garden, which is wonderful.
Alisa's special mint strain there that telling you who knows. I mean, she's
little muddle duda.
She's a botanist. You know, she's out there mixing stuff up.
I want you to slice this as thin as you can. I want to see pieces.
Okay.
Okay, but I want it to be juicy in there. You could just squeeze the lime in there and not have that be in there, but I think it's prettier in the drink.
Right.
So, and you guys that have been here to the studio and know how I've decorated my home, everything is like Santa Claus here. It's green and gold and red. And so I just think it's so appropriate to have a green and red with this gold magnolia syrup for Mama and for the anniversary. This is our 1-year anniversary for the channel.
That's neat.
So I'm really excited about it. And I've loved the channel this year, guys. I've loved you guys watching. So many of you guys have texted me, local to Houston, called me from all over the country, even as far as the UK.
Really?
And Perth, Austria.
Wow.
And it's just been a really neat journey. And I'm looking forward to so many more years. Carl and I've got so many recipes to do for y'all. Every week we come up with something new. And
well, I for one, am very honored that you invited me in the first place. I was when she first invited me, I was nervous. I was like, oh, I don't want to be on camera, this and that. But I'm trying and I'm learning, and I want to be.
You're good.
That's fine?
Yeah.
I want to be the best help I can be, honestly.
Well, and we want that truck to do well too. And it's just really cool because we are sharing what we know with you guys, right? Yeah. And then also we're learning along the way.
Right.
I hadn't mentioned the Magnolia syrup since last year because I knew that I couldn't get Magnolia until another year had passed. But that's the cool thing about having a garden. Everything has a season, right? Every single thing has a season. And if you know your season and you plan and stagger, you've got something really cool to create all the time.
New and different and whatever, yeah.
All the time. So this is 2 cups. This is 1 cup of our favorite vodka, which we have not mentioned before and won't mention until we get sponsorship because of the YouTube rules.
1 cup, also known as Alisa's shot glass.
Okay. And then I need to finish it with some fizzle, right? A little fizzle.
Little fizz.
Little tiny fizz.
Little fizzle.
And then the last step is we're going to take a drizzle.
For the martizzle.
Drizzle for the martizzle. We're just full of ourselves today. Let's see how to do that. There we go. How do I lift that up? I want about 1.5 tablespoons of the Magnolia syrup, simple syrup.
Yeah.
And then we're going to cap it off. It's so funny, for those that know me, that I would be making mason jar martinis because I'm so foofy and fancy. And all of my friends were like, what are you doing? I thought it was going to be drink of the week. And I said, it did start out that way.
Right.
But that's the funny thing about the channel. Everything about the channel has evolved. It's growing and changing and whatever. This is just so much easier.
Yeah.
It's so much easier.
Like, man, she got me here and my t-shirt, my hat, my shorts every day. You might as well throw a mason jar in there, right?
Well, it just made more sense. Now, if you guys want to blend this in the blender, you can do that too. It's up to you. I kind of think it's cooler to see the pieces, what's in there, the strawberries. The other thing is you might not do what we're doing right now, which is we're going to actually just shake it and pour it. You might stick it in the refrigerator for maybe 6 hours and let the strawberries get infused with the vodka. So you could do that too. If you wanted to turn this a little bit of a different color, you could hit it with a drop of food coloring. Make it pink. Right.
Make it foo-foo.
Make it foo-foo. But basically, I try to shake it till the whole jar feels cold.
Okay.
It's kind of like I feel for Brian's beers in the freezer. If the whole beer feels cold, then I know it's time to serve the beer. If it's not all cold on that bottle...
What is this? It's not cold.
Uncle Brian doesn't like it hot, and he doesn't like it with the ice oozing out of the top of it either. It has to be a very specific chilling of the beer.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I think we should be good.
5 degrees for Uncle Brian's beers. Okay.
So there's 2 ways, right? First way would be to strain it traditional martini style, nothing in the glass but just the vodka and the syrup and all the stuff with the flavors infused. Second way is to actually just pour it directly into the glass.
I like it like that.
And deal with the mint and deal with the pieces of the strawberry bits.
You might have mint in your teeth and everything.
No, I do think we need a little,
good.
little bit.
Little bit.
Yeah.
You got it.
Look how beautiful those are, though. Look at all that little mint in there. You see that?
I like that. Yeah.
Get a little strawberry. Look at all that mint in there. See, that's why you need to muddle it, so it's little itsy bitsy pieces of the mint. All right, Carl. There's Martini 1. Okay.
All right.
And here is Martini 2. Now, what we're missing is that lime.
Yeah, that's what I say. I'm missing a lime slice.
You're missing a lime
slice. I want the whole experience here.
I fixed it. I
appreciate
Let's see if I
it.
can get. Let's see.
Just reach down there.
Yeah, I'm saying, let me reach down in here and get that lime so it's pretty. Doesn't want to come out. Handy. Yeah, see, I don't know if you can get your hand in there either because you're a lot bigger than I am. I can't get that out of there. There you go.
Oh.
All right, so now you see how beautiful they look with all the beautiful colors in it.
I mean, even inside the glass right there, like she just pours a little more in that and lets it sit. Little bitty tiny alcohol morsels, strawberry.
You might have to do that. Might have
Like
to
she
just
didn't
do
think
that.
about that,
I
right?
have to put a little bit more syrup and a little bit more vodka and stick it in that refrigerator. That'll make a whole nother drink tomorrow.
Amen, sister.
Well,
that's right.
These look beautiful.
They look really good.
You ready to try?
I am more than ready. I was trying to be good and not sip it before the appropriate time.
Cheers to you and cheers to us.
Cheers
and cheers
to
to this channel.
Cheers to your mother and all the mothers out there.
Oh my. You can taste the magnolia.
Yeah, you can. That
and it's really cool.
That works.
It's really delicious. Very different.
That works.
It's got a little bit of ginger and a little bit of floral, and you can taste that sugar. It's really good. You don't like it, do you?
No, I love it. I
You do?
actually really like
Good?
it. I was just sitting there thinking, and I was telling her earlier, that's crazy because this was not my type of drink. It wasn't, and I got the opportunity to take my wife out the other night, a week late, but it was for her birthday, and I tried a few different things. I was like, man, I would have never done this before drinking with Alisa. You see how I've graduated, everybody. She's pushing it on me here, huh?
That's the
No, I'm joking.
martinis, I'm telling you.
I actually find myself enjoying this stuff and trying different things. So I've stepped outside of my box.
No, it's really good. Well, listen, we got to get that bell, but I get to ring it this week because it's for Mama, right? It is what it is. Listen, everybody, I just want to thank you guys. As I said, it's our year anniversary, and happy anniversary to you guys as well for enjoying all the different things that we've been doing and helping me, sharing with Carl what you'd like to see us do more of, both on the Two Chefs show as well as with me on the DIYs and the cooking and the gardening and all the different people that we've been able to help promote their businesses on the Martini Talk show. This fall, I'm going to be traveling to St. Lucia. I'll be there for about 10 days, and my playlist will be opening up for my travel business, because the travel business, as you guys have known, has all been put down because of the pandemic, but everything's picking back up. So I'll be featuring the resorts, featuring helicopter rides, featuring chefs, featuring all kinds of wonderful rooms for you guys to book, hopefully through me, through my travel agency, hopefully.
Yeah.
If not, at least you'll be very knowledgeable about what you'll find when you get there and what each room will have in it and what types of foods are going to be at each of the resorts. So I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you as well. I had planned for that to happen way before now, but it is what it is, like we said before.
A couple things for you ended here. What was the name of this again?
It's the Pistol and Mortar.
Pistol and Mortar. Okay.
Yep.
And then also, Great idea. So if when we
Okay.
make it to where we need to be and we get bigger, I think that's a good idea to just travel to different areas, right? Obviously, I think that, and do drinks there, or food, or whatever else. But
Yeah, absolutely.
then maybe the local drink.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, I was really excited about that because as a travel agent, I've got my fingers in a lot of different resorts that I've vetted for my client base all these years. And we've put all that on hold, and now all of that's ramping back up. And so I so enjoy getting into the kitchens with the chefs and learning about all their types of food, Caribbean food, Mexican food. They're in their space with what they do. So it's just another level of knowledge and a way to share with you guys the people that I get to meet along the way through my travel business as well. So lots of fun stuff coming up on the channel this next year. And again, thank you so much for watching. If you found any value, please do us a favor and like and share. And always don't forget to ring that bell so that you're notified when we drop another episode. We'll see you soon on the channel. Take care.